Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Dickman, and I'm the president of CruiseReport.com, one of the largest cruise websites on the internet. Now, today I just wanted to give you a kind of a quick update on our upcoming Silversea Silver Moon media trip. And we did get our confirmation from Silversea. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to kind of update you on the health and safety protocols that Silversea is following, and just let you know some other information that we have coming on this upcoming trip. And that'll be coming up right now. Now, as I said, I am the president of CruiseReport.com, and just a quick update. You know, the pandemic really took its toll on our website and our YouTube channel, and you can help us kind of relaunch everything by just clicking that little subscribe button down below. I know a lot of you have already done that with some of our past couple of videos. Much, much appreciated. Click the subscribe button and then click that little bell icon to let YouTube know that you want to be notified when we come out with new videos. Now, we received a confirmation letter from Silversea that kind of outlined all of the health and safety protocols that are going to be followed on this July 28th cruise. And this is my understanding is this is a completely vaccinated cruise. Everybody on board has to be vaccinated to do this cruise with Silversea. So I was a little surprised to learn that they are still going to require masks being worn when indoors in public areas. The exception to that is if you're eating in one of the restaurants, or if you're sitting down at the bar having a drink, you can remove the mask. But if you're just walking around the ship, if you're even on the outer decks, if there's no social distancing available, you're supposed to wear masks. I was a little surprised and I guess a little disappointed by that, because I think for a lot of us, that's why we got vaccinated, so we didn't have to do that. But I also heard on one of the other YouTube channels yesterday that Royal Caribbean, there's a rumor anyway, that Royal Caribbean is updating their health protocols starting in August, and the rumor is they're no longer going to require masks on vaccinated cruises. So, since Silversea is part of this Royal Caribbean family, it will be interesting to see if they also adopt this policy in the month of August. And since the majority of our cruise is in the month of August, maybe that would apply. I don't know. I haven't heard that yet. Right now, I'm going by what's in the letter and what Silversea requires with what we've received already. So that's what we're going by. We did receive our Delta Air tickets, and we will be flying from Dallas-Fort Worth to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Athens. It's a pretty long flight. I think we leave here around noon, and we get in maybe at 10:35 the next morning, plus there's several hours, of delay between time zones. So I'm sure there's going to be some jet lag involved. And unfortunately, on this particular flight, it looks like there's no way around it. We will be flying in economy class. We were able to get our seats changed to exit row seats on the long flight over. I think we paid an additional $168 per person just so we could get exit row, and that gives us a lot more leg room. So we were not able to do that on the flight returning from Athens. Unfortunately, we had all kinds of problems with the Delta website. It just, we couldn't upgrade seats. We couldn't do anything. It was really troublesome to try to get the Delta website to work, because we tried to change seats a couple of different flights and it just wouldn't let us do it. That's a little bit of an update on the Silversea protocols. Now, I have more news about this upcoming trip, because we have a couple of partners that are going to be helping us sponsor this trip. One is Aperture Rent, and Aperture Rent we've used before. So for those of you that travel and you need camera gear, maybe you need a special lens. If you're going to Africa, you want one of those big zoom lenses. There's no reason to spend $5,000 or $6,000 on a lens that you may only use 2 weeks out of a year or out of your lifetime. Well, Aperture rents high-end camera equipment and video equipment, and they're going to be providing us with a really high-end, nice gimbal so we can get some really good shots, and also another lens for my Sony a7S III, and we're going to be testing out. Aperture Rent's also a great way to test out lenses and other products before you make the purchase decision. So I'll have a chance to check out some things. I may end up buying these anyway, but it's nice to be able to rent them for this 10-day trip and use them. And Aperture Rent is going to help sponsor it by providing some of that equipment. Our next sponsor is Luggage Forward, and we've used Luggage Forward in the past. And what this is a service that will basically ship your luggage, what you would normally check on an airplane as checked baggage. They'll just ship it. They pick it up like FedEx or DHL or one of the shipping services, picks it up from your home a couple weeks before the trip, and they ship it to the destination. So basically, we won't see our luggage until we get on board Silver Moon, and if everything goes right, which it always has in the past, we'll walk in our suite and the luggage will be sitting on our bed. It is so much of a convenience to not have to mess with checking luggage, dealing with the customs issues, and it's just a great service. So Luggage Forward is one of our sponsors. Aperture Rent is another one of our sponsors. So we'll be updating you on our videos to let you know how those services all work out during the cruise. Now, Silversea has a My Silversea website, and this is where you go online and you complete all your online guest information forms. You tell them about your suite preferences, how you want the bed configured. They've really improved this since our last Silversea cruise. The website is very elegant now. It's very easy to use. It lets you book restaurant reservations. It lets you book spa appointments or other activities like your shore excursions in advance. It's just really well designed and well laid out and much easier than what it was before. And it was good before, but it's even better than it is now. One thing I love about the My Silversea website is that they maintain a journal of all your cruises that you've been on. So you can go back in history and you can see every port you visited over your life of sailing with Silversea. It is super cool. There's ports that we've been to that I completely forgot about. So you can go back in history and see where you've been. So the My Silversea website is a really great feature. Very easy to fill out our online forms. Now, there is an additional form we have to fill out for Greece, for the country, before we can get into the country. We do not have to be tested for COVID-19, is my understanding, because we've been vaccinated. So if we show our vaccine cards, which we will, and we also uploaded those vaccine cards to the Silversea website, so they have that information on file. But we'll have to show these vaccine cards at the airport when we arrive in Greece, and that should make it unnecessary for us to have to get a COVID-19 PCR test or antigen. I'm not sure which test they're using there. But however, they do some random testing. So even if you've been vaccinated, you could be pulled out of line and be subject to a random test. Hopefully that won't happen, but nevertheless, that is their policy. This form that you have to fill out before you travel to Greece is pretty extensive. They ask for a lot of information. I'm not really sure why they need all that information, but it's a pretty extensive form. I'm still waiting to hear from Silversea on our pre-cruise hotel arrangements. I don't know what hotel we're staying at. And one of the things they ask on this form is what hotel you're staying at in Athens. So until I get that information from Silversea, I can't complete the form. But once we get that in, we'll complete the form, print it out, take it with us. And I think you only have to fill it out maybe a day or two before you leave, so it's not a big deal. My understanding is we do not have to have a COVID-19 test to fly to Athens. I don't think Delta requires it. I don't think Athens, as long as we've had the vaccine, I think, and we're fully vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine, both of us, I think that's all we need. So I'm going to double check all that information. I want to make sure, and of course this stuff changes day to day. All this vaccine and testing requirements, everything's subject to change. It changes day to day practically. So we're going to keep up to date. I will update you before we leave one more time to let you know the status. I'll also be showing you how this luggage forward thing works. They're sending us our labels right now for our luggage. They should be here today. So I'll give you all that information in future videos. I just wanted to give you a quick update on where we are right now. I can't wait to get back on a ship. This will be our first cruise since February of 2020, I think. I'm losing track of time. So we're very excited about it. Very excited to see some of the people on Silversea again. And I will keep you updated. If you like this video, please click the like button. And it really does help with our YouTube rankings. And thanks for subscribing, and I will see you on our next update.